Hey everyone, Sula here from MistyHilltops.com. Thanks for stopping by. In this episode, I'm working on a traveler's notebook layout that I titled Ancient Ruins, and I'm using a paper pack that I have available here locally. So for this one, I have created several larger strips of paper that will go across the two pages. As usual, I will have to cut the pages apart. I don't like to cut the strips to size exactly before I start gluing them down because I want to fit everything on my page before I start to cut apart the page. So if you've been following me, you will see that, or you will know that I have these go across the two pages until the very end of my layout, and then the last step is cutting the pages apart. So I have these are basically three larger paper strips of different sizes and different widths, and then that little circle there that I also used one of my dies for. The strips I just trim with my trimmer. That's easy enough, but for any special kind of shape, I use my dies. So here I have this darker piece. I like to contrast the colors of my papers so that the papers will really shine or get to stand out. I don't like to use colors that are too similar or busy patterns that are too busy on top of each other. So I like to use like a busy paper with a patterned, a less busy paper, and so on. So now I'm ready to put the photo down, and then I created a whole bunch of embellishments for this, all with dies and some stamps. So this one is a die that is like a little ticket with a camera there, and I just add that there. And then I also add this other piece. I think it's a cork piece on which I stamped. I like to do that. I have very thin cork that I got specifically for this, and then I die cut them, and then I stamp on them. I use some of my label dies for that. Here I have flowers that I die cut, and then I add some color to them. I watercolor them usually. I have some watercolor pencils that I use. And then I did something very special. I created my own kind of enamel dot. I used a tiny circle die to cut a circle, and then I used a stamp to stamp on it, and then I used my hot glue gun to put basically the plastic layer on top. And then for this one, this is actually something that I went all out of my way to create these tags. I had a whole lot of fun to get them really like this vintage Tim Holtz kind of look, and I just went into my stamp stash and grabbed all kinds of different stamps that I had lying around to create this kind of design there for my tags. And then the rest is just, again, die cut pieces that I'm using on this page. And then as usual, I have my word strips that I create. Some of them I share as freebies on my blog, MistyHilltops.com, and so I like to use them on my pages. They're super easy to create if you ever want to create your own word pieces. You don't even have to use special fonts. You can use just very simple typewriter fonts to even still create some really cool effects and cool pages or word strips there. And then this is a stamp that I just fussy cut, and so I'm now adding a third cluster. I like to work in visual triangles, as you know, and so I add those. I added this little cluster there to the bottom of the page, but I have to pay attention because I might have to punch a hole into this if I get too close to the edge, because that's kind of the area, because I put three rings for this album, so that might be an area where I will be cutting a hole into it. Here I have a brad, but I don't really like to work them as brads. So I usually, because I don't want to put a hole through the background of my page, so what I usually do is I just cut off the back pieces there, and then I just I glue it. Like I generously apply glue to the back of the spread, and then that's how I add the brad. I just glue them onto my page So I guess this is my page done. I went without an actual title, but I used the title from one of my word strips to go for that. So obviously I didn't have enough glue for this this brad, so now I'm flipping it around to add to cut the pages apart, and now I can add the brad again, and hopefully this will stick. I'm going to leave you with some more close-ups. I hope you enjoyed this video. Give it a thumbs up if you did. Consider subscribing, and I hope you have a great day. Thanks for watching. Bye.